Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here. We popping out and I'm outside. So, let's talk about it. This is Truth the Truth Radio. Okay? So, we going live right now and we about to be on the radio. So, listen. If we going to call in, because I'm about to do a whole segment on love challenges and loving yourself in a 7-day challenge. So the number here is 718-253-4239. Okay, and call in and let's talk about it. We live at the radio station and we about to go in. Okay, hi everybody. Hi all my people out there. Y'all been waiting for me to go live and here I am outside with it. So now today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about loving yourself. Because in New York City we go hard for everything and everyone. And the queens forget to love on themselves. The queens really forget to love on themselves. So this segment here today is the Love Challenge segment. So we're going to call in and we're going to talk about it. I want everybody to call in 718-253-4239 or 718-676-0820. We live on the radio from 8 to 9, okay? From 8 to 9 o'clock, okay? So, now, let's get this started. So, welcome everyone, okay? This is Choose That Cat podcast radio show, okay? Where we talk about it. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, okay? And we talk about life struggles and life lessons and be them blessings in our life, okay? So, I'm going to start my segment off with a 7-day Love My Challenge, okay? And I want to introduce myself. My name is Truly Blessed, okay? And I was born and raised in Flatbush. And I decided to do a radio show in Flatbush because we got some more up and coming things going along. And I needed to establish myself on the radio. So what a place to establish myself on the radio is in my hometown. So we in Flatbush, Kings and Queens Radio. Please call in. That's 718-253-4239. And that's how everything is going down. So now we're about to start this live, right? And we're about to be on the radio. Okay? And I want y'all to call in. All right? Because everybody's invited to talk. Everyone's invited to talk.
No light on or off?
Let's see how it looks with the light off. Okay, it's fine with the light off. That's fine. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Tanya. Tanya, I see you, Tanya. I see you, Devon Talks. I see you, Luis Gonzalez. Okay? Yes, hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm about to start right now.
Okay.
Before I start, you want anything from the store to drink?
Yes.
What you want?
I need a Presidente. Look.
What's up?
A beverage. Do you have a fan?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yes, please. Excuse us, we having a little technical difficulties because I am burning up. I ain't got trying to be hot. Oh, yes.
3, 2, you're live on there.
Okay, hi everyone. This is Truth That Cat radio show, and I'm here from 8 to 9, and I'm topicking on every topic that you can talk about, okay? And I am very honored to be at the radio station because I have a lot of things to enlighten the world on, and this is the best place for me to express myself and let everybody know that, life is full of struggles, but you just have to keep going and you never stop, and you'll be where you need to be, okay? And this is what this is about, Okay, so my name is Truly Blessed, and my name of my show is True's That Cat Radio Show, and our topics are topics about real things, authenticity, things that in the world, And my subject tonight is going to be about loving on yourself. Because we got mothers, we got daughters, we got sisters, we got a lot of people, brothers, sisters, everybody. Out here in New York, we take care of everybody and we don't have no time to love on ourselves. Can I get an amen on that? We don't get to love on ourselves. We be loving on everybody else and then we don't love on ourselves. So what I'm asking is since I'm going to be on the radio every Thursday from 8 to 9, okay? So this is going to be the first segment, and this is going to be the Love Yourself Challenge segment, okay? And it's going to contain I want everyone as of today, for the next 7 days until I come back here on Thursday from 8 to 9 o'clock, you have to do one thing every day for the next 7 days, something special for yourself, whatever it may be. And I'm gonna have prizes, and whoever topped the tier on what they did for themselves wins a free gift for True Spas Blessed by Unique. You could get a facial, you could get a hairdo, you could get a weave, you could get a wig, you could get an install. Okay. So it's about loving yourself. So for the next 7 days, I want everyone to do one thing to love on yourself. Maybe you buy yourself some flowers. Maybe you take yourself out to dinner. Maybe you write yourself a song. Maybe you write yourself a poem. Maybe you take yourself for a ride. Maybe you give yourself a facial or massage or a foot rub. Do something special for yourself. And you come back here on Thursday, and I want everybody to call in and tell me what special thing that you did for yourself. Okay? Because in this world, we got to love on ourselves. It's very important. Okay? We get so caught up in the kids, we get caught up in the family and the brothers and sisters and everybody else. And then we forget about us. We can't forget about us. We got to look in the mirror and be like, oh, hi, beautiful. How are you today? Did you have a good sleep? Were you good today? Did anyone ask how you were doing today? Those are the things that you have to look forward to. And those are the things that you need to be able to address. And it's about gratitude, okay? And, out here in New York, okay, I have to keep it 100. I went away this weekend. And it's been a long time since I went away. And I went away. And guess what? When I went away, guess what I realized? I realized that New York has no empathy. New York has no consideration. They have no gratitude. They have no gracefulness. They have nothing. Okay? You go out of town and you go to other places and you see the place so clean and you see the trees, you be like, oh, this is fabulous. This is wonderful. Okay? And you could tell when somebody from New York is out of town, you're like, oh, this is so beautiful. And it could be some palm trees and some bananas or something falling out. But because it's not something that we're used to, everything is beautiful. Okay? It is no empathy out here in the world. Everybody want to take. What are you giving? Can you give a love? Can you give a kiss? Can you give a, oh, I love you without no ill will intentions? Can you just do something for somebody because you want to do it for them? Can you just do something because you want to do it, not because you're going to get something out of it? Okay, can you deal with things when you don't get what you want? Are you nasty or are you the same way? Those are the things that we got to watch out for. Okay? You got to treat people good when people treat you good. Okay? And those that don't treat you good, they don't get a second chance. You fumble the bag now, kick rocks. That's what it is. It's no spinning the blocks, no spinning the blocks, no spinning the blocks. The old is dead and stinking. It's all new. All new. All new. All new. All new. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Yes, invite. Hello. Let's go. Let's see how many followers.
Hola,
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so we're live on the radio and we're talking about loving yourself. Okay, so every Thursday from 8 to 9 o'clock, we start in a love challenge segment. So you can introduce yourself and you're going to say one thing that you're going to do today that you're going to love on yourself. And for the next 7 days, you make a list of everything that you did to love on yourself for the day. Every day for 7 days.
No English, Spanish.
Huh?
Spanish.
No español?
Español, no
Oh,
English.
español. Oh my goodness. You don't have nobody to translate for you, mama? So how are you going to communicate? You look so cute. How are you going to communicate when you can't speak English, ma? Okay. So let's see. Let's see if I can find somebody in here that's speaking Spanish. Anybody in here speaking Spanish? Do we have any Spanish speakers in here? Hello. Hi. How are you?
Bienvenido.
I can't give you the challenge because you won't understand what the challenge is going to be. And there's no one here that's speaking Spanish. So it's pretty much we can't really communicate. But I appreciate the love and I appreciate the support, you know? And that's what it is.
I love you.
We're gonna have to and we're gonna have to that's what we do. We want to 7 days love yourself challenge. I use their system so we can try to push out Diana. We all have gifts. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about today. You know, it's about gifts. It's about sharing your gifts with your loved ones. You know, it's about thanking God for having a gift. It's about loving yourself. It's very important for us as queens to make sure that we choose ourselves on a weekly basis and make sure that we do something for ourselves every week, you know, because we get lost in the kids and the responsibilities and the shopping and the laundry, and we must attend to ourselves, and we must always do something to love yourself. You know, living in New York my whole life, you get lost. So you gotta learn from. Okay, you gotta learn to take that time out for yourself. because that peace of mind is like the best thing that you can give yourself, you know. In this lifetime now, you have to protect your peace, you know. The peace is the most important thing. The peace is the richfulness. It's not the money, it's the peace, you know, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have peace in your heart and you're not happy for people, it's not going to work, you know. So you have to love yourself, love others, have consideration, have gratitude, have empathy, you know. Put yourself in a situation and say, well, if I was in this situation, how would I want someone to work with me? How would I want someone to deal with me? Would I leave them hanging? Would I leave them doubt? No, you have to make people feel secure. Just like you want to feel secure, you have to make people feel secure, you know? And then you spread the love, okay? And then you give chances and you give tries. But if the love that you're sharing is not being reciprocated in a loving way that you're putting out, then you got to make better decisions, okay? Because it's a revolving door, okay? One hand wash the face. How they used to say, two hands wash the face and one hand wash the arm. That's what it's about. Each one teach one. You may have a skill in this that you're excellent in. And then this one might have a skill in this one that they excellent in. But you bring the two skills together and now you got something going on. And that's what it's about. It's about creating financial wealth. It's about creating financial stability. It's about creating freedom to do whatever you want, to go wherever you want, to be wherever you want. And I'm just here to let everybody know that you got dreams. You don't let nobody kill your dreams. You hear? Like, this is some real talk that I'm talking to y'all right now, you know? Don't let nobody kill your dreams. If you got a dream, you keep your dream alive, even if you got to keep it to yourself for right now. You keep your dreams alive because it's your dream. And when you keep your dreams alive, there's no one in hell that can stop your dreams from coming alive. Okay? You have to go hard for your dreams. You have to believe it, and then you have to see it, and then you have to achieve it, and then you have to call it to existence. Okay? And I'm here as a testimony first, okay? And the reason that I'm here on a testimony is because I'm going to have a book coming out soon. So I wanted to set myself up on a podcast and a radio station so that we can have book reads and we can get to the bottom of the biography of my life story, okay? And I wanted to set an avenue up, okay? And I wanted to have a space and a place to be able to communicate, you know, what it is that my message here is that I'm trying to bring to the world, okay? I said I needed to do a podcast. I needed to start a radio station so that when my book come out, I'll already be having the lineup. I'll already be where I need to be at. And I had no idea how I was going to achieve this goal. Okay, so I'm going to share this testimony with you. I had no idea how I was going to achieve the goal. And then I sat down and I got my book and I said, okay, this is what I want to do. So I wrote it out. Then I went on GP Chat to find out, how do I go about a podcast? So I went, I got all the equipment, I ordered the radio equipment off of TikTok Shop. I got the headphone, I got the sound, I got everything. I got the little laptop computer, I got everything. Okay? And then I had to get help to set everything up. So I called the Geek Squad. You know, I'm a member of Best Buy. I called the Geek Squad. They came over to my house. They was like, listen, you got to do this, that, the third with this computer that you got. It ain't going to work. The only way it's going to work for you is if you go find a radio station and go live from it. I said, what? How am I going to find a radio station? So I did my due diligence and I did my research, and lo and behold, we got a radio station right in my hood town in Flatbush, on Flatbush Kings Radio. So I said, okay, we're going to do this. Went over there, made the phone call, met the people, got everything up and running, and my first day was Thanksgiving. That's God. That ain't nobody but God, okay? And I was a little nervous last Thursday because I'm like, wow, I just thought of this idea. I just put it down on the paper. I just prayed about it, and boom, just like that, God made it happen. Okay? And that's why I'm here right now. Okay? And we're going to talk about all kind of things. We're going to speak truth, though. We're not going to be telling no lies on this channel. We're going to be speaking truth. Okay? So, on this here show, it's to receive it, believe it, or leave it. Okay? But you will get the answers to the questions that you ask. Okay? And I'm here to answer any questions that anybody got. I don't need no calls. Ask me a question and I'll tell you the truth. And that's what life's about. Life's about speaking the truth, walking in your authenticity, being who you are, unapologetic, okay? And soar for whatever it is that you're doing. Because let me tell you, all my dreams and all my inspirations and all the plans that I had a whole bunch of dream killers around me. And God had to clean up shop. Okay? And when God started cleaning up the shop, you'd be like, oh no, God, not them too. You be saying, oh God, please, can you help me? I want you to remove everything and everybody that's not good for me. And and then boom, things hit the fan. And then before you know it, the whole thing done shifted. And now you like, well, wait a minute. I just made that prayer on Sunday. And he done blew the spot up by Wednesday. Okay? That ain't nothing but the Most High God standing on business. Because when we ask him for stuff, he don't give us what we ask for. He give us what we need. And then at the time that he give us what we need, we don't think we need that. We think we need what we want. But then when he give you what you need, in what he give you what you need, in the midst of it, and time go by, he show you why he didn't give you what you asked for. He gonna give it to you, but he ain't give it to you yet, okay? Because there's a yet, you know. And when God give you a not yet, you can't question the not yet, because he sees something that you don't. So you can't rush the Most High when he's doing perfection work. You gotta be asabor, okay? And asabor in English means you have to be the patient one, okay? Asabor is Arabic for patient one, okay? And that's what you have to be. You have to be very humble, and you have to be very patient with God. You can't rush him, okay? I'm a true testimony of that. You cannot rush God, okay? I am a soul survivor of the Most High, okay? And we're going to get into it, okay? I do not look like what I've been through, okay? I am. Touch not my anointing. Do the prophet no harm. You see that? 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 I'm a 3-time car accident survivor. Okay? Alright? I don't look like what I went through. I don't. Because I was being hard-headed. I was outside. You got to be humble. And you got to do what you got to do when God say you got to do what you got to do. Okay? And that's what life's about. And that's what my channel is about. Nobody's perfect, including me. I'm not a perfect person. But I'm obedient to the word of God. And I do what I'm told. I don't play around. When he tell me not to do something, I don't do it. When he tell me it's time to cut that relationship off, It's a bye-bye situation. If he tell me, stay away from this and stay away from that, you got to stand on business for the Most High God. That's the blessings in being anointed, because no matter what, you stand for the Most High, okay? And you stand on business. And sometimes when you take too long, he put you in a situation and he ain't gonna worry. Once he put you in that situation, he know his kids is gonna stand doing business. He ain't gotta worry about it. But sometimes he gotta give you that push, because it be people that you be growing up with, people that you knew since you was a kid, and you be like, oh no, God, not them too. And then you be like, oh no, not the kids too. You got these grown kids. Let's talk about it. We gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. How many of y'all got grown kids that y'all still gotta take care of? But I know and I learned that being a parent is a lifetime promise, you know? We always gonna be wanting to take care of them kids, even when they grown, you know, because that's just the mother's nature, you know? But they gotta get some order in their life too, you know? You can't just do everything and then think, you know, it's okay. You know, you gotta get the equilibrium in your life. You gotta make sure you're doing right by the people that's doing right by you. And you gotta live good. And you gotta love people. Okay? And then another thing, out here, there's no one showing any love. It's a non-loving world out here. God love never fails. It be the people. It be the people that fail. We could do something wrong and God forgive us. But if somebody do something wrong to us, we don't forgive them. I had to learn a long time ago, forgiving the people ain't for them, it's for you. Because while you walking around mad, everybody else is you. Okay? And it's not good that people do that, but people do that. So, you know, it's going to be like a lot of topics that we're going to be touching bases with. And I will love for anyone to call in and ask a question and do something for the 7-day challenge. And when you call in next week, I have prizes for people that did an outstanding thing for themselves, you know? And that's what life's about. Life's about taking care of yourself as well as taking care of everyone else, you know? And showing empathy. You know, you gotta be able to show empathy. You gotta be able to be like, well, what if this was me? How would I want someone to treat me? You know? And that's what this world is lacking. I went away and I just was loving everything. The peacefulness, the breeze, the quiet walks, the trees, the water, everything. We had a couple of difficulties, but it wasn't nothing out of range, you know. You make do, and that's it. And then you move on and you think about what you're going to do for the next time, you know. And you learn what not to do, what to do, you know. Last Thursday, there was a couple of difficulties on the radio, but we got everything straightened out, and I pulled up today to go live. I'm going to have interviews going on. I'm going to be interviewing people. I'm going to be advertising for people. If you ever need your car fixed, we have an auto shop on Coney Island Avenue, Glass Auto. It's a very nice place to do. I got my cars and tinted windows there. And oh, I think I have my first caller. Hi, how are you?
Hi. This is Kamal from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, hi, Kamal. How are you?
I am wonderful. Congratulations on your talk show and the work that you're putting out there to continue to do work that post.
Oh, thank you so much, Kamal. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful experience, and I hope to have you as a guest to come in my show so we can talk about your endeavors and your books and everything that you got going on. And
I would love that.
so I'm on the air from every day from 8 on every Thursdays from 8 to 9 o'clock. And we're gonna have book reads, and I would love for you to join me next Thursday if you can.
Oh, I would love that.
And if you want, you can introduce a little bit about what you're gonna be bringing to the table next Thursday, and I'll give you.
Is there anything in particular you would like for me to share, or because I don't, I trade, so.
I know. Well, I think that your discernment would give you the right form of action to enlighten us in this short period of time.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't clearly hear you. Kind of.
I said I would leave that to your discernment of what topic you would want to speak on as you introducing yourself, and you're gonna come in for an interview on next Thursday. So you can just hit them with whatever you feel is aligned with what we're talking about today.
Okay, so primarily, I just kind of give your audience a little snippet about me. I'm a personal life coach, trainer, speaker. I work primarily with men,
Okay.
African American Latino men.
Okay.
Helping men unburden themselves from their traumas, hurt, pain.
Yes.
So they can be fully men.
Yes.
Fully men for themselves, for their
Yes.
family, for their children, and for the community. And
Yes.
so I kind of, create the space where men can look at themselves in the mirror objectively.
Yes.
And, stand on truth, stand
Yes.
on, whatever is behind them and leave it behind them.
Yes.
And, it's through that process that, men become the best versions of themselves.
Yes. Absolutely.
And particularly, specifically African American men,
Yes.
Latino men, considering, some of the challenges that are faced
Yes.
by this genre of men. So that's my space.
Yes.
I do a lot of work in there. I do a lot of relationships.
Yes.
Male-female relationships, how communication in particular, having strong, powerful communication
Yes.
is always the key to overcoming any kind of challenges that are there.
Yes.
Most of the time, we do not know how to communicate effectively.
Yes.
We speak so that we know what we're saying, but
Right.
we don't have the clarity of the person listening if they know what we're saying.
Yes.
So that we can move together in a way that, really creates some sort of clarity.
Right.
Create healthier relationships.
Yeah, with clear
And,
understanding.
my whole space is really about, human relationships.
Right.
Children, parents, and,
Yeah.
fathers, wives, sisters.
Right.
Around that area. Just about helping us becoming better people in the world.
Right. So let's get into this. So because I was born and raised in Flatbush, and where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, Coney Island area.
Right. Okay. Okay. And where did you start your entrepreneur in your business?
Well, that started in my house, because me
Right.
being a child of 9 children and being
Right.
in the middle, I
Right.
had to learn certain skills in negotiation,
Right.
skills in communication, skills to be able to, keep things together and to be able to argue my position amongst a whole bunch of us who were arguing their position.
Right,
Early in my
right.
life, it took me on that journey in terms of being able to connect and connect authentically, first with myself, then with my brothers and sisters, my
Right.
parents, and then it spread out into the world through
Right.
having a barbershop, and the barbershop is normally a meeting place
Right, right.
for men to discuss things.
Right.
And so it really blossomed inside of the barbershop.
Right.
I started in Flatbush.
Yes,
I believe
yes.
that's where you and I first met.
Yes, in Flatbush.
20, 30, maybe 20 something years
Yes,
ago.
yes.
And those are the
Yeah,
spaces
those
that
are the
started,
things. Those are the things
Yeah.
that help us be who we are today, because who would know that in this time now that, you know, you would be an author, I would be an author, and we're enlightening the world with our life lessons, and we having an avenue to open up so people could learn from our testimonies. You know, I've been through so much in my life, and because I never gave up and I made it, that's why I'm doing this podcast, because I'm somebody that was born and raised in Flatbush, and I came from the dirt, okay, all the way from the mud. I had to go into the dark and get my soul back. Yes, yes. And it's given to the Most High God, and it's sealed, you know. So now here's my chance to give back to my community, give back to Flatbush, give back, you know, have some authors from Flatbush come do a book read, let them know, you know, things that we went through that, you know, we could have gave up, but we kept going, you know. So many things make us doubt our abilities to go harder for ourselves. You know, we have so many distractions, we have so many things that we feel that's more important. And then when you neglect something, that's when you realize that it wasn't that important. So I try to help us get into a way of not neglecting it, so that you don't have to correct something. Because when you neglect something, something happens and then you have to correct it. You know, so I'm into correcting it, period. You know, before, you know, because it makes it makes life lighter, you know. And another thing is like in New York, I don't know. It's just I was born and raised here, but it's like in New York, it's like people deal with too much emotions. It's you can deal with emotions, but you have to deal with your emotions within yourself so that it's not spreading toxicity to loved ones. Because you know, some things could be good, but some things could be bad. And if you don't deal with things in the right way, it's about preventing things from happening. It's not about sitting back and letting something happen. You know, it's about prevention. It's about prevention. You know, if you can prevent something from happening, the best thing to do is prevent it from happening. You know, nobody got time to be going through traumas and dramas when you have a clear path of this is something that I shouldn't do, and this is the path that I should stay on. You know, and we get distracted. You know, even me, I used to love R&B music. I used to love hip hop. But it changed. You know. And I couldn't relate to it anymore because half the time I couldn't understand what they were saying. So I can't praise something that I don't know what they saying, you know. So I said I want to do something different. So I started listening to Arabic music, just like you listen to the regular music. And before you know it, I was speaking and singing Arabic, and I was like, well, wait a minute. It's just like when they play those radios on a song over and over and over, and they make you like a song, you know? And then that's how I started teaching myself different languages. If you listen to some language speaking every single day, and that's all you're hearing, you're gonna pick up the language. And you're going to be using it because you understand, because you've been listening to it. So when you listen to a word, you hear what that word is. You know what I'm saying? So now you know what this word is. And then you know what that word is. And then before you know it, you're putting the whole sentences together. You know? That's how I taught myself Arabic. That's how I taught myself prayers. And, you know,
That's amazing. And I gotta get ready to run.
Okay. It was a pleasure for you to call in.
Yeah. I look forward to coming on your call next
Okay,
Thursday.
okay.
And we'll talk then. Okay.
All right, thank you. God bless. Thanks for calling in.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Harvey. Hi, everyone. So we just live on the radio right now. Anybody want to call in? You can call in at 718-253-4239. We live on the radio. We asking questions. We talking. And you can log on to come to my YouTube channel, my Threads channel, my TikTok channel, and my Instagram channel. So we're going to be having everything. All the social medias is going to be lit up, okay? And this is how we got to do it. We got to each one teach one. So next week we're going to have the segment, Come On, He Wrote 2 Books. And we're going to have like a little read. And it's also about self-love in the 7-day challenge. So whoever's in live today, next Thursday at 8 o'clock, when you join, you say, hi, my name is such and such, and I did such and such on Monday to love myself. And I did such and such on Tuesday to love myself. And I'm going to have a Love Yourself give back. And it's going to be something fabulous. Okay, so I hope everyone participates in the Love Yourself Challenge. Okay? And anyone can join in on the Love Myself Challenge. You can tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and like, follow, and share and like, post, and follow. You can do all of that because it's about like, follow, and sharing, you know. That's what it's about, you know. We got to move and we got to be consistent with the moves, you know. And if you don't want to be consistent, then you have to go on another page, you know, because nobody wants to be holding weights. And I think we have another caller. Hi, everyone. Hi, how are you? Choose That Cat Radio Show. How can I help you? Oh, I thought I had another live caller. Yeah, we going live. You know, it'll be a little technical difficulties, but we gonna get it together. Okay? You see that? Kings and Queens Radio, come on in. Every Thursday at 8 o'clock, you see me live right here on the radio. So, at the end of the day, that's what life's about. And when you say you love God, you must really mean it. Because you know, you got people out here, you can't be playing around with God now. You got to love Him harder than you love yourself. And then, when you love yourself, and you love Him hard, then He love you back. And He give you all nice and gifts and kisses and love and hugs, you know? So, you know, that's what love is. That's what life's about, okay? And what I wanted to do was, I'm still getting everything all together with, you know, the music and things of that nature, but I plan to open up my segments with praising God. So I want to create a music beginning radio show that everyone enjoys. So how about this? This is the song that I wanted to use as the opening for the show. So let me get some hearts and some sighs if y'all think that this is a beautiful song to open up my show with. So, it's called Thank You, God. You know, I listen to a lot of high vibrational music. With the sun on my face, peace in my chest, no need to chase. I used to cry what I've missed. It will bliss. Day up and down. Hey, you won't get with me now. I used to move it, I'm grounded. Till I cry. How y'all like it? Thank you, God, for the highs and the lows, for the things tell me how to grow. Thank you, God, for the nights I felt alone. Now I know I was never on my own. Thank you, God. So what y'all think? This is one of my intro songs that I want to sing when it coming on. So we're going to put it together. And yes, we are live on the radio. We are live on the radio, and we are doing it. And we are establishing my stay here on the radio from 8 to 9, you know. So you could call in, express yourself, show some love for yourself or for someone else. It's fine, you know. That's what this page is for. This page is for anyone who wants to receive some love, get some love, get some inspiration, get some knowledge, wisdom, understanding, because we all have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in a lot of different things that we can help each other out, you know. You teach, each one teach one. You may know something that I know, and I may know something that you don't know. And that's how things form together, you know. The same thing with the TikTok. You can't get ahead if you don't like, follow, and share. You know, I did a lot of cleaning on my page because I had a lot of dead weight. I'd rather like, follow, and share people that I don't know than to like, follow, and share people I know. Because the people you know, they don't like, follow, and share. They just hold weight on your page. And then you gotta bump them off. So you like, follow, and share. You like, follow, and share. And that's what moves you up. If I'm going to watch a video, I'm going to watch the video till the whole thing is finished. And then I'm going to like, and then I'm going to follow. I'm going to make a comment, and then I'm going to share. And that's what the algorithm wants. And anybody who don't like, follow, and share on my page, I bump them off. Because we're not doing that way. We're doing prosperity on the radio station and the TikTok. You know? And that's what life's about. Life's about prosperity. It's not about dead weight. It's about moving forward. And it's about moving forward consistently. You know? And nothing stops them all. You know how you have all the distractions in the lifetime to the lesson, and they got all this going on, but nothing should stop them all. Nothing stops them all. Nothing stops the assignment that's aligned. Okay? When you have an assignment, your assignment is the alignment. And you have to stay focused, and you can't let nothing or no one keep your eyes off the prize. You know? So, we're going to take a quick break for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, in a few minutes. And that's how it's going to be. We're going to keep going and going, but I got to take breaks. You know, I got to pay some commercials. And that's how we're going to do it, you know. And shout out to the girl at Applebee's on the Junction. She was very nice and courteous. Shout out to her. She was fast, accurate, rapid. And, you know, we had a quick bite to eat before I had to come and get on the radio. And she was very professional. So shout out to her. Okay, that's when people have a job that you love. Love conquers the unhappiness of the workspace and place. So I hope everyone has enjoyed me speaking as much as I have been speaking. Things are going to get a lot more vibrant as soon as I get everything that I need in order as far as music. But I'm going live today without no music because it is what it is. And that's how we got to do it. And that's okay. Because I want you to hear me. And I want everybody to know that this is the Brooklyn radio station. Okay, 718-253-4239. That's the live channel we at on the radio station. Kings and Queens Radio, Brooklyn Radio, 718-253-4239. We live on the radio, y'all. And we're going to come back in this big commercial break. And I'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, how do I? Okay. Freaking 5 minutes.
What's on?
What's on the radio?
Can you imagine traveling without having to worry about Wi-Fi? Wait, that is 100% possible with Holofly.
Enjoy the music. I'll be right back. I'm taking a 5-minute break.
just to find someone who gets you. So my friend introduced me to this app called Duet.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back.
Let's let you back on right now, okay?
Okay.
Try your mic. We're back on there.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. We're going live again, and I'm gonna start this segment off with my praises and my support system. Out here we have to help each other out, and we have to promote each other. So I have a lot of friends that have businesses that I'm giving shout outs to, and we gotta help each other out, and we gotta promote. So the first person that I'm promoting is Selena. Selena works downtown Brooklyn at Buffonta's Hair Braiding Store. She's an excellent stylist. She does wig installs. She does installs. And she does it very well. And if you ever want one, you can call her. And you can go and see her downtown Brooklyn. Also, We have a new soul food restaurant in Coney Island called Mama Brown's Soul Food Kitchen on Neptune and Stillwell. They make soul food. It's very, very good. And also, they have an auto shop over there if you want to get your car tinted. They got a $99 window tint special. And you can say you had heard it on the radio. And, you know, it's a lot of things. And then I also have a girlfriend who has her own events planning business. It's called Hands On Events. You can see her on Instagram. She does fabulous work. Like if you really wanted something spectacular, something unique, she's the one. She does all the cakes, the design, she does everything, you know? And it's just a lot of people that, you know, you gotta show support to. Also, I want to give a shout out to my mechanic. Big up to Andrew for Utica. Big up, AutoZone on Utica. Andrew the mechanic, the truth over there. You heard you got something wrong with your car, take it over there to Andrew. He hold you down. You know? And we gotta promote each other, and we gotta stay on top of things, and we gotta help each other out, you know? We are the only race that don't help each other. And we gotta change that. You gotta have all the races sticking together. We gotta stick together too, you know? Each one teach one, and we rise by rising each other. We never gonna rise by trying to have someone fall. We rise together. Okay? And also, I want to give a shout out to Real Hood Music. Okay? If you got any artists, if you got any singers, if you got anybody that got any talent, shout me out so I can hook you up. We got a whole record label. Real Hood Music. You heard? We got all walks of life over here that we support. And we got to have our own avenue and our own space to promote each other, you know? And that's what it's about. So what I want to do is I am going to bless my page with the 99 names of Allah, you know? Nothing goes on without the blessings of the Most High. So it's because of Him that I'm able to sit here today. So because I'm able to sit here because of Him, I want to show gratitude and I want to show appreciation to God for allowing me this avenue. Because this is something that I thought of as an idea that popped into my head. And once the idea popped into my head, I just moved forward and said, this is what I want to do, you know? And I did the research and I found it and boom, look, I'm here. And I just want to let y'all know that I'm here because God aligned me to be here. And it's about giving Him all the praise at every time. And I hope y'all enjoy this because I sing this song with my whole heart. And I share it with you today. I share it here with you today because it's on my heart. So you tell me what y'all think. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Qakur, As-Salam, Elohim Al-Aziz Al-Jabbar Al-Mutakabir Al-Halim Al-Malik Al-Basuni Al-Ghafar Al-Kahar Al-Wahhab Al-Razzaq Al-Fattah Al-Alim Al-Badi Al-Basir Al-Hafiq Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah Ar-Rafi' Ar-Rahim Ar-Rahim As-Sabli Al-Hasib Al-Hakam Al-Hadim Al-Halim Al-Habib Al-Halim Al-Azim Al-Ghaffar Al-Shakur Al-Lalim Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah Al-Hasib Al-Kahir Al-Rakib Al-Rakib Al-Ghali Al-Ghali Al-Wasi' Al-Karim Al-Wadu Al-Wali Al-Bari Al-Shaykh Al-Haq Al-Rakib Al-Latif Al-Fatih Al-Wali Al-Kathir Al-Muksik Al-Muktik Al-Razi Al-Rali Al-Fi Al-Kadu Al-Wajik Al-Bajik Al-Sadiq Al-Kahad Al-Samit Al-Wati Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah Al-Muqaddim Al-Muqaddim and Bati and Bati and Balik and Wali and Wali Akaru Awatu Mentu Kijimuk Aikoku Malikufuk Malikuno Tengilani Wikana Musidu Yania Hanwani Amukani and Dayo Antoyo Anasi Ano Ahadi and Badi and Badi and Waili and Badi Asubu I sing that song with my whole soul. With my whole soul. I taught myself that my whole song because I love God. And I'm here because of him. I'm a true testimony. I died 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 7 times. I came back. Starting 7 times, I came back. Why? You know, people say, oh, God ain't real. Oh, I want to meet God. I want to meet God. I want to meet God. No, let me tell you something. I'm here with the testimony, child. You don't want to meet God, okay? Because when you meet God, you're not here. When you meet God, you're dead, okay? When you meet God, you done passed away. But it's your good deeds. If your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, you make it back down here. And if your bad deeds outweigh your good deeds, you don't get a chance to come back down here, okay? I take care of the world. I make the world beautiful. And God see my heart when I've been out here helping these people and trying to help their hair grow. And let them know that their hair could grow, okay? It's the non-educated hairstylists out here that just want to do their hair and don't want to teach their clients how to take care of their hair. It's not about the wigging stores. It's about taking care of the hair. Can you do something if the hair is falling out in the sink? Can you stop the hair from falling out in the sink? Can you help a lady that have alopecia, that have baldness? Can you whip up an oil in the kitchen for her so that her hair could grow back? Okay? That's what hairstyling is about. You want to do all the wigging stores, but when the glue take the edges off and the edges is looking like, you know, do you have the remedy to fix the edges? And if you don't, then you need not to be doing wigging stores, okay? Because women out here need their hairlines. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how many girls done went to get wigging stores and when the wig is over, they ain't got no hairlines. Let's talk about it, okay? What are they going to do to grow back their edges? Okay, that's a very important topic that we want to be discussing too, because I'm standing on business. You see my arm? Let me tell you something. Okay, my arm is healing well. Okay, and I had to get a whole new shoulder. Okay, it was inevitable. I had no other choice but to get a whole new shoulder. Okay, because you know, you try to be a businesswoman in this world and you got people that don't stand on business. They got properties that they want to rent out and they want to do slumlord mentalities and they want to cut corners and do all kind of stuff. And, you know, it causes the tenants harmful distress. But at the same time, I had a horrible experience. I've been doing hair since I was 13 years old. And I get to slay my hair at all times. But now that my arm is messed up, I was in the same boat that I saw clients sitting in my chair with. Okay, so my thing is this. When you're doing hair, you never stop learning, okay? I don't give a damn. I don't care how good you are, okay? In this hair field, you never stop learning, okay? So you gotta stay with the times. You gotta keep up with the trends, okay? You gotta practice. You gotta do training. You gotta do all the stuff to keep up with the latest styles, so that when somebody comes to the shop and asks you for a hairstyle, you could say, okay, sit down, no problem, okay? I was going to shops showing them the style that I wanted. I was showing them the style that I wanted. And then the next 5 minutes, I see them trying to talk me out the hairstyle. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to be talked out the hairstyle. Once you start talking me out the hairstyle, that means you don't know how to do the hairstyle. And I don't even let them know that they talking to a hair extraordinaire, because at the end of the day, I'm a hair extraordinaire, but my arm is in limbo and I can't lace my own hair. So I'm being humble, okay? And I'm letting the professional stand doing the professionalism. But I see it ain't none. So now I got to go, because you trying to talk me out the hairstyle. So once somebody starts trying to talk you out the hairstyle, you already know they can't do the hairstyle. You know, so that's a red flag. Don't sit in the chair because they can't do the hairstyle. They can't do the hairstyle. And instead of them saying they can't do the hairstyle, they want to talk you out of it. So FYI, for all my followers, fans, and listeners, if y'all go to the salon and y'all want to get a hairstyle, and you show the hairstylist the picture, and she starts trying to talk you out the hairstyle, run, because that means she don't know how to do it. Okay? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, if you make an appointment to come and get your hair done at 4 o'clock, okay? Let's keep it 100. You come make an appointment to get your hair done at 4 o'clock, okay? 4 o'clock is your set appointment, okay? Now, really, you should be coming in here at 3:53, you know? 3:53. That shows punctuality. Not even like 5 minutes after 4. A 4:15 is the limit, you know? But 4:15 and then you late, it's okay if you make a courtesy call and let somebody know, well, you know, I know I'm supposed to be there at 4, but I'm running a little late. That's a check-in, okay, no problem. That means somebody else can step in and take that place until she comes. You know what I'm saying? But now, you call 4:30 and now you coming in the shop at 5:45. And I can't touch you. So if I can't touch you, you canceled yourself. You can't get upset with me. Now you have 2 or 3 or 4 people ahead of you. You know? You gotta respect people's time. Like people want you to respect their time, you gotta respect their time too. You know? You know, you gotta show the professionalism in the hair industry nowadays, because people just think everything is nigga business. It's not about that. It's about professionalism. Okay? It's about bookings. It's about going online, prepaying. You know, because ain't nobody got time to sit and wait on a client that's 2 hours late and I ain't getting paid in advance. You know? So you gotta train the clients now. Now I train the clients. You know? No more staying 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing all that anymore. You make an appointment, because guess what? Now, True got a life. My knees broke in half doing y'all here till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Not anymore. We're going to have set schedules, set appointments, okay? And we're going to stand on business, okay? And that's it. And that's how things gotta work now, because you know it's 2026 now. Okay, things is changing now. You know, you gotta upgrade everything that you got going on in your life. You know, it's 2026, so all that 2023, 24, 25, all that's in the past now. This that new cycle, that 26 cycle. Okay, and in that 26 cycle, I'm going to read something for you. So right now, it is 9:40. So when the 9:40 is, I'm going to take that 9:40 and I want to read something. 9:40. And here we go. So, it's 9:40. So, I don't know about y'all, but I believe in angels. You know, because angels are a force that helps us stay aligned in our path with God. You know, because we got so much things in our life that distracts us from his word and what he wants us to say and do. So, you know, when you find your communication with the Most High, then you roll with that. You know, I found my communication with the Times. And the reason I found it with the Times is because every day my phone would screenshot the time. And I just didn't understand why my phone kept screenshotting the time. And then I prayed on it, and then he said, I need you to go and look that up. So I just looked up 940. So 940, you have to take what resonates, okay? The angel number 940 generally signifies balance, spiritual, material life, with the message to trust the divine guidance, to make a career or life decision and maintain harmony. It can also prompt the need for spiritual growth, encouraging you to embrace life's changes while staying aligned with your purpose. Core meaning, spiritual material balance. The number suggests integrity, your spiritual life with your daily activities and work. Trust and guidance. It is a sign to trust the divine guidance you are receiving, especially when it's making decisions about your career or your life path. Embracing the change. 940 can indicate a need to embrace new changes with confidence, knowing that it will lead to the fulfillment in your life's purpose. Life's purpose. It may be a prompt to reflect on your life purpose and to ensure your actions are aligned in your purpose. How to interpret it in your career. Look for ways to align your work with your values and your purpose. It could be a call to pursue a path that feels more aligned with your soul calling. I received this. In your personal life, pay attention to how you balance different areas of your life. The number encourages you to seek harmony between your professional and your personal atmosphere. In your spiritual journey, consider it a sign to deepen your spiritual practice or to be more open to spiritual insight and awakening. Okay? And that's that quick channel message on 940. Okay? Now we got 9:44 on the clock. We got 9:44 on the clock. Now, 9:44. The number 9:44 is a message from the angels and the spirit guides to support your life purpose. Often relates to spiritually based or career paths that helps others. It's a sign that you are on the right path to spiritual growth, potentially bringing you closer to the twin flame and the encourager, focusing on personal development rather than focusing on a reunion if you are separated. The number 44 with 944 represents stability, the divine guidance, while the 9 signifies new beginnings and spiritual completion. Okay? This is what life's about, aligning yourself. And this is what this channel is about. This is real deal. Okay? So you could call in. This is Kings and Queen Brooklyn radio station 718-253-4339 or 718-676-0820. Okay? Call me and let me tell you what you need to know. Okay? Because we keep it real on this channel. So let's continue. Key meaning of angel number 944. The purpose and the spiritual work. The angels are supporting you in your life purpose, encouraging you to pursue work that involves helping humanity, such as services-based projects or spiritual career. Spiritual growth and stability. Seeing the number can indicate a new phase, a spiritual growth. It suggests that you are on the right path and that this energy is stable and divine guidances are with you. Twin flame connection. If you are on a twin flame journey, 944 can signal you are nearing a deeper connection. However, it also advises focus on personal and spiritual development during this time, especially if you are currently separated. Inner wisdom and perseverance. The combination of the numbers suggests that you trust your inner wisdom to achieve your goals. The 44 within the number emphasizes hard work and stability, encouraging you to keep going. Okay? And this is why I'm here. To encourage you. Keep going no matter what. No matter what. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, just always keep going. Keep your dreams alive in yourself. And no matter what nobody say, you just ignore them. You close your ears. If you're saying something you don't want to hear, you close your ears. You keep your spiritual self level. You keep your vibrations high. You go hard for yourself. Because it's your dream and it's your place to make your dream a reality. Bringing a dream into reality is not a fantasy, okay? It's a real thing that we have the ability to do, okay? And this is why I'm here right now, okay? I always had something to say. I always had something to say. Even when I say stuff, it used to get me in trouble, but I didn't care because it was the truth and you needed to hear it, you know? Now I just spit the truth and that's it. Receive it, believe it, leave it. You know? Being obedient to the word of God is hard, but it's when you're not obedient to what you're supposed to do, that's when you have problems with the Most High. So I've learned to be obedient. I wouldn't care who going with it. I wouldn't care what's going on. If he say no, it's no. And then when I look into your eyes, then I'm going to see how far we going to go. And when that fork is in the road, that fork is in the road. Okay? So you got to choose wisely in what we doing. You know? And me too. Boy, I've been on some sleep slopes out here, boy. Bobbing and weaving. God showed me how to bob and weave. And now I bob and I weave. And it please miss me with the miss me with it, please. Miss me with that tea, okay? Okay. As long as you can miss me, you have a good chance. You know? So I've really just been feeling it out, trying to enjoy myself on my channel and get the feel of everyone. Like I said, we live at the radio station, Brooklyn radio station, 718-253-4239. Yes, we live. You could call in, give yourself a shout out, call in, tell me what you're doing to love on yourself for tonight, for today, and come back on next Thursday. And we got the 7-day challenge. And whoever did the most diabolical thing for themselves is going to win something from True Spark Cafe. Okay? And that's how it's going to be, because we have to set a trend every week. Every week. And I'm trying to do like a women's thing, you know. If anybody, we're trying to put together a beautiful cruise. It's going to be a singles ladies cruise. It's going to be a queens cruise. It's going to be a cruise for all the ladies that just say, it's my time now, and I'm getting on a boat, and I'm going to do me. You know, so we trying to get a whole team of professional ladies together, and we're going to try to put together a beautiful cruise. We thinking something Mediterranean, like Greece, you know, Italy, you know, something far, far away. So it could take us a long time to get there, and we can be having a beautiful time on the boats. I am looking forward to it. Okay, and you can link me 718-600-7290. That's the live frequency number. 718-600-7290. You can call in for a request. You can call in to give a shout out. Or you can call in to speak your truth. Whichever way you prefer. It's all here for us all. This is an avenue for us to express ourselves. This is an avenue for us to teach each other things. This is an avenue for us to praise God together. This is an avenue for us to release things. This is an avenue for us ladies. Okay? This is an avenue for us. We could be talking about a whole bunch of things. Okay? And if anyone is having any kind of hair care problems, if you having any bald spots, if you having any alopecia, if you having any thinning from the wigs, if you tired of the wigs, if you want to grow your hair and they told you, oh, it's rap, you can't make it grow, and you done did everything that you could do, call me, 718-600-7290. I have an oil that I know bona fidely works, okay? All right? It has grown back Mr. Clean Heads, okay? No wigs, nothing. Just saturate. In 2-3 weeks, you start to see the fuzz. And once you see the fuzz, you off to the races from there. Because once you see the fuzz, that means your hair follicles is open. You see, people don't understand the hair follicles is dead. Okay? So once your hair follicles are dead, there's nothing going to grow out of that until your hair follicles are open. Okay? So that means when your hair follicles are open, that means you have to nourish your scalp. You have to put the things in the scalp that's going to wake up your scalp and say, hey, it's time to wake up. Time to grow, okay? It's like fertilizer, you know? And that's what you use. You have to use fertilizer. Once you use the fertilizer, you're saying, I want my hair to wake up. And I want my follicles to wake up. I want my follicles not to be sleeping, okay? And there's so many herbs and oils to use to wake your hair up, you know? So we're going to get into those things too. But if you having any hair care problems, if you having any breakage, if you having any issues, you could do that, okay? And I am going to close my segment out with a power of prayer. I want to bless everyone that participated on my page tonight, and I hope that I gave you some enlightening information. And I'm also always receptive to new ideas and new ways of doing things, and people expressing themselves as well. You know, we have to be able to communicate with each other in a way where after the conversations we are understood and we are clear in what we're saying. And work on it, you know? It's about working on things to make your life better. So, at this day, I want to thank everybody for participating and listening to my radio show. And I'm going to leave you with this. The power of prayer refers to the efforts on mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. With such research suggests it can also be positively influence physical health. Prayer can promote a sense of calm, reduce stress and anxiety, and improve the mood by fostering positive intentions and positive thoughts and focus. It can also provide a greater sense of purpose, of meaning, and the practice of group prayer may foster social support in the community bond. Okay? And that's what I'm about, the community bond. Me growing up here in Flatbush. I'm 56 years old. I was born and raised in Flatbush. Brooklyn College, Midwood, the 90s, Queens. I'm from all over, Bronx, you know. But my roots is here in Flatbush. Effects on mental, emotional health. This is for mental health now. I'm closing my cycle out. Stress reduction. Researchers suggest that prayer can reduce stress levels, anxiety, and negative thoughts and emotions, acting as a powerful coping mechanism during the difficult times. Improved moods. Prayer can lead to a more optimistic mindset by helping an individual focus on gratitude and positive intentions, which can improve their overall outlook on life. Enhance resilience. Throughout consistency in prayer, individuals may build resilience, helping them cope with the overcoming of adversity and life challenges. Spiritual and personal growth. Deeper connections. Prayer can foster a deeper connection with higher power, providing a sense of peace, comfort, and guidance. A sense of power. Engaging in power can help individuals find a greater sense of purpose and align their intentions with their values of their life. Personal transformation. For many, prayers is a tool for personal and spiritual growth, helping to shape their character and bring clarity to their life's direction and purpose. Physical and social health, social support. Participating in communal prayer can lead to less loneliness, greater support from communities, which can contribute to an emotional, physical healing and balance in yourself. Influence on health. Some studies suggest that prayer can contribute to a health outcome and promote a sense of calm through the efforts on the health of complex and variety. So I'm closing out my segment with that, and I want you to know that God gives blessings according to his will. Be thankful for all the blessings that God gives you. And I'll see you next week. Truly blessed. True's That Cat radio show. Bye. Now I'm off the air. Right. Hi everybody. Did y'all like my show? Did y'all like my show? They was waiting for me to go live. I done went live.
We'll take a picture real quick.
Okay, sure.
Let's see. Alright.
See you next week. I'll tune back in later. Smooches. I'll log back in later and we can have a chat. Okay? Smooches. Get home to mom. Y'all know she like, what the hell?